Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We are just about to get started. We are just excited to have you here. We will be starting in a second here while everything connects on time as usual. I love it. So, we are going to be talking goals. How do you do it? Goals. So we're also going to be going live. We're going live on my Zoom here, going live on my Facebook, going live on a few other channels that the system is going to take me to it. So it's incredible that this technology allows us to do this. So here we are. Just give me a moment. Other channels that the system is going to take me to it. It looks like it's connected and it's working and we are live. So beautiful. So thanks again and welcome. Thank you, and welcome to this day. Welcome to break away from the pack. Welcome to getting much better results, and welcome to really achieving goals that make sense. All right, so I'm just gonna move this light here because it's causing a little bit of a glare. So here we are. It is Monday morning. Actually, just about after lunch, 12:01 p.m. So today, I'm going to talk to you about goals. I'm going to talk about your goals and dreams and what it takes to get to that next level, all right, and how to do that. So we have a very small, tight conversation with you here, and I'll be going through it fairly quick. And we'll see what happens at the end. Maybe we'll play a video, maybe not. But my goal today is to inspire you to take action. You hear a lot of stuff. You go to a lot of seminars. You go to a lot of different places. You have so many books, but you're not making it happen. And what's it going to take for you to switch the flip and get away from the pack? Switch the flip and start getting much better results. Switch that flip and start achieving that specific goal that you really want. Specifically you, I'm talking to you. I'm talking about your worthy goal. I'm talking about things that you want to achieve as a CEO, as an executive. I'm talking about you knowing the difference between what you want to do and what you do, and mastering that mindset, right? I want you to think of this as the bridge that's going to get you that quantum leap. There are certain things you want to achieve and it's not happening. You went to school, you got degrees, you did this, you did that. And I know that because I've done that. And I'm going to share that with you, how that works. So I want you to identify the toxic landmines that are going on around you and around the world, around your business, right? So that's what today's about. It's about your goals. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have a small PowerPoint presentation here. We're going to share it with you, and we are going to watch. Let's see the technology here. It's going to work. Share. And here we are. Fabulous. So here we are. Looks like it is showing. And what I'm sharing with you here is my screen. I'm just changing my website name here so you can actually see the whole website and all that. Now, if for any reason technology interrupts and it breaks away, we'll come back. We're going to be for about 55 minutes. So we'll just come back to the same Zoom link. So I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you for this day. I want you to be thankful and grateful that you are here. The fact that you are here, you are on the way of success. You see, this is all mindset. So I want you to start paying attention. I want you to get a piece of paper. I even have a piece of paper because I don't know what ideas I'm going to get from this as I'm sharing with you, but I'm sharing it with me as well. And I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and because you're going to want to write some things down. So I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to the seminar with results that stick. And the reason this is going to stick because you're going to come into it with an open mind. You're going to come to it with a mindset that is not like before. If you're coming in here with an ego and you're not willing to learn, it's not going to happen. So this seminar, this quick talk is going to help you achieve results that's going to stick. You take action to it. So listen very carefully and attentively, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. All right. This is briefly about me. It's really about your goals and dreams today, but this is briefly about me to tell you who I am if we have not met. My name is Kamal. I'm a published author and speaker, business and mindset coach. And you see here on the right picture of my book and my notes from thinking into results. That's what I learned. That's what I studied with Bob Proctor. So I put my notes in this book, and we're working on the workbook, and the digital format is now available. I've been 24 years in business management. Got to positions as GM, operation manager, plant manager, vice president of operation, different position. I'm a think and grow rich expert. I study the book religiously. So this book has changed my life and it's going to change yours. And the book that we just published, Thinking into Results, is now available on all medias out there, digital and in print. It's basically my notes on what has happened the last 2.5 years and my quick journey. The forward is by the one and only Laura Langmeyer. She is phenomenal. She's my current mentor, and we talk on a frequent basis. And Raymond Aaron is the publisher of the book. Both Laura and Raymond are #1 New York bestseller several times. I think Raymond is like 10, 12 times, and Laura is at least 5 or 6 times. All right. So you're in good hands, and it's a pleasure to meet you today. It's a pleasure to actually speak to you. It's a pleasure to be able to distribute this to you worldwide. See, we're broadcasting here on many, many stations, and this would not be possible if this technology has not been available, but now it is. So welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going to happen over the next 4 days, in the middle of the day, every day, I want to come in for 30, 40 minutes and share with you what this is all about. This is the program agenda, 4 days. Goals is today, self-image tomorrow, decisions and attitude on Wednesday, and the last day, save the best for last, affirmations and knowing doing gap. I want you to really pay attention, knowing doing gap, because I'm going to teach you stuff, but you're not going to do it. I just spent a whole lot of time with somebody last week, and he spent a whole lot of money, but he's not doing it. So I want to tell you what's really going on. So today is specifically about goals. This is how to connect with me. You are getting some information from my top elite program, Thinking into Results. That's what I'm sharing with you. All right. Now, you must be doing this for a reason. I don't know what's your reason. That's my reason. My reason is my family. And this is my lovely wife here on the left, Gabriela. Beside her is our youngest, Simone, who's a senior now in high school. She's less than 60 days to finish high school. And then she'll be going on to study pre-medicine, biochemistry, and marine biology, actually, to start. And then she goes from there. And then beside me there is Sarah. She's our 21-year-old. She's an entrepreneur. She's starting to really flourish with this material, and I'm just excited where we're going to go from here. You must have a reason, right? So in your mind, I want you to start zooming in on a reason and start thinking about why are you doing this and what do you really want, right? And we're going to get into that. A little bit more about me. This is here myself with my mastermind partners, the Wealthy Mofos, Harrison Klein and Mark Tassoni. This is Harrison Klein on the top left. At the bottom, we have James Dentley. We have dignitaries coming to speak with us on a regular basis, like what you see here on the screen. James Dentley. This is another one with Les Brown, the one and only. Les is the #1 speaker in the world. If you have not listened to what Les has to say, he's 77 years old, incredible man. We speak to him on a regular basis. Harrison sees him often there in Florida. And we just had a beautiful interview with him. I'm going to bring that video up for you and share with you in a minute. He is just phenomenal. And he loves our program. He loves what we're doing. And this is just in a short amount of time that I'm connecting with these amazing, amazing folks. This is my mentor, Laura Langmeyer. We had an interview with her on our show, and she is just phenomenal. She's truly the millionaire maker. I'm a living testament of it, and it's just taking me places. This is Forbes Riley. So Forbes Riley is the pitch queen. She pitches from product on different social medias, and QVC is where she started, $2.5 billion worth. So I'm just loving it, right? To share with you that if I can do this, you can do this, right? This is myself and Sarah in Reno, Nevada, a little bit over a year ago with Eric Laughlin and Laurel being trained on sales and mindset. So it's just incredible. We're in a short amount of time where this information has taken me and where it's still taking me. It's going to be an amazing, amazing adventure. And I want you all to know that you can have anything that you want, all right? If you tell me what you want, you can have it. This was in Reno, Nevada, less than a year ago. We're about to do it again live in Dallas, where we talked about goals. We talked about how to earn money, how to keep the money, how to invest the money, and how to do this with a team. So right now I'm working on the team part. I'm earning the money. We're moving the money, we're investing the money, and these are investment partners on the right here. So we were meeting with 120 people, and I had the opportunity to speak on stage about masterminding, about goal setting with the team over there. So I'm forever grateful that I'm able to do that, and here to share this with you today, all right? Today, so here it is. This is what Laura had to say.
Making it, investing it, like working through it. You can't just be sitting there reading a book. So very similar, Bob Proctor is very active about mindset, and that's what he studies. So we're gonna do some goal setting and get you set to have an amazing couple days. I'll be right back.
Absolutely, thank you so much. Let's do it.
Making it.
So that was the Millionaire Matrix, and these are people that we are masterminding with them, just like Dale Carnegie did back in the 1900s and Henry Ford and Rockefellers. The way we mastermind, the way we teach it in this Think and Grow Rich, these are individuals that we mastermind with. We talk money, we talk investing, we talk real estate, we talk Bitcoin, we talk cannabis, we talk different opportunities for you. And the fact that I can do this, you can do this. If my daughter can be in this kind of group, you can be as well. So I'm just opening up your mind, and you have to allow me to do that so that you can get there, right? It's just incredible, just incredible. Now this started at a time when I wasn't always like this, right? I was working for 22 years, and I started searching for more, and I wanted to give more, and that's when the information from Bob Proctor started showing up. So I was attracting people into my life that I needed to get some things done. And then Bob showed up. Now, I had heard of Bob back in 96, back in Toronto. He actually lived just a couple of blocks from where I was. I just didn't know him at the time. But Bob always asked us, what do you really want? So on a piece of paper today, if you're listening to this, to the replay, if you're listening live, have you written down on a piece of paper, what do you really want? Do you have a goal? Because today is all about goals. It's about the science of goal achievement. I want you to just write the goal. I don't want you to worry about how you're going to get it, who's going to help you, how much it's going to take, who you're going to do it with. Just write, what do you want? Allow yourself the opportunity to dream. Allow yourself the opportunity to dream. What do you really want? See, all successful people have mentors. And as you start focusing, as you start relaxing on the information and taking a minute to kind of stop and think. Stop and think and relax on what do you really want. See, most people are just rushing through this life. They're thinking they're living for tomorrow, or they're living for next month or next year, or they're living in the past. I want you to stop. I want you to pause right now. Take a minute to relax and stop and think. Yes, you see, most people don't think. Now, this might come to a surprise to you, but it was a surprise to me at the time as well. Because achieving goals to the next level, to a quantum leap, you're not going to do it the same way that you're doing it right now. You're going to have to do something differently. You're going to have to bring something into your life that you've never had. Okay? So what do you really want? What do you write on that piece of paper? What would you allow yourself to dream? See, once I started thinking like this, I'm like, wow, I can really have anything you want. And, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. We have that on the website, and Bob has it on the website for 61 years. See, you have so much talent. You have so much ability that I'm going to teach you how you can get this talent out of you. You don't need anything else. You already have it. We just have to let it come out of you, right? See, this is a quote by Steve Vai. I love this quote. And the more I read it, the better I get. God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use in our lifetime. And our gift to God is to develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime. So you have that gift. I have that gift. But are you using it, right? Do you believe it? Do you have the attitude? Do you have the tenacity? Do you have the courage? Do you have the confidence? Or are you living in this war of criticism and being scared, right? See, I'm going to show you some things that are really going to open up your mind. See, it's not going to take a lot. Some people think this is going to take a long time, or it might be a whole lot. It's not going to take a lot. See, if you think it's going to take a lot, it will. If you think you can't, you can't. And if you think you can, you can. And you forward, right? So in the $1 Million Mindset, where I share with you on my Facebook group, my community, we talk about big goal, talk about stopping this running around of, ragged, right? Living paycheck to paycheck and not having enough money and getting rid of that old beat up car, right? So we use thinking into results to set goals and achieve them, clear goals, things that are meaningful, right? So you can have more, earn more, do more. See, I want you to start getting more out of the life that you have. As far as we know, we only have one life, right? So when I started doing this, I started reaching places and attracting people into my life that I didn't ever have before. And this slide, what I'm showing you here, that I'm one of the PGI consultants. I've been trained by Bob Proctor, one of the top 10 activators in the community. There's thousands of consultants, maybe there's 2,100 as far as I know. And I'm one of the top 10. This is just a few weeks ago. What I'm showing you this is that you are in safe hands. If you need help, reach out, connect with us, right? Because I'm kind of connected with some of the most amazing figures in the industry. From Tom Ziegler, the son of Zon Ziegler, to Glenn Morshower, to Laura Langmeyer, to Harrison Klein, Mark Tassoni, Les Brown, John DeMartini. And I'm forever grateful that this information that I have right here, that you can have today, you can start having it today on your phone, on your iPad. This is not a myth. This is just like I have it, you can have it. That's the power. That is the power. This is a meeting here we've had with the mofos, Harrison Klein, Mark Tassoni, our partner, and with John DeMartini. John DeMartini is one of the top spiritual teacher in the world. He's phenomenal. He's one of the few multimillionaires, billionaires, perhaps, living on a beautiful ship, touring the world, helping people really get to that next level. He's phenomenal. For me to connect with him and be able to chat with him, being mentored by him, is an incredible opportunity. So I'm sharing with you what I know that works. And it's your turn to start activating this into your life. So today, I'm going to talk to you about your goals and your dreams. And I'm not going to talk about the baby goals. I'm not going to talk about, getting the grocery stuff. And I'm not going to talk about getting the same car that you have, what we call the A and B type of goals. And you can get that right away in my chapter 1. As soon as you go into the website and askalrassi.com and put your name in there, you're going to get a link and you're going to download the first chapter. I'm going to teach you the ABCs of goals. Now, don't think of this as something so simple. I want you to get what you want. Just like Bob asked me, Kamal, what do you really want? And you write it down and you put it in a goal card and you carry it with you, right? So what is it that you really want? I'm talking about your fantasy. I'm talking about that big, big dream. Is it a house? Is it a business? Is it an enterprise? What is it that you really want? So we call it a fantasy. We call it a C-type goal. I'm going to stick it right to the point today. I'm not going to goof around. You've wasted too much time and you're here. So stop collecting stuff. Stop collecting another sweater or another jacket. Get the jacket that you really want. Get the suit that you really want. Do you see what I mean? I want you to start getting what you want, because if you don't get what you want right now, when are you going to get it? When is it going to happen? As far as we know, we're only going to get one life. And I don't know if you're 40, 50, 60-year-old or 20-year-old. It's time to start getting what you want. And as long as you endeavor on that path, as long as you wake up and you're above ground and you endeavor, you're going to get there. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Now, the C-type goal is a fantasy. And we're going to get everything activated in your mind, in your habitual behavior, in your habits to get you to get it. Now, you don't have to know how to do it. As a matter of fact, it's a requirement that you don't know how to do it. Because if you know how to do it, it's not a C-type goal. You've done it already, right? So we need something that you've never done before. We need something that excites you. We need something that moves you to that next level. I want to talk about your goals and your dreams. I want you to care about what you want. I want you to create your own economy. I don't want you to listen to the bank's failures that's going on in Silicon Valley. This has nothing to do with you. You probably don't even have money in that bank. But yet you're listening to the world because you're attached to the environment. You're attached to what's happening around you. And I want you to stop doing that. want you to stop doing that. I want you to think from the inside out and create your own economy. And for you to get what you want, you have to learn two things. Two things you must know to build your business. See, I don't have too many slides. I'm going to do some sketching in a little bit. But this is the same lesson that I used from Bob, and I use it every time I'm looking at my goal. Every time I change my goal, I go back to this lesson. And on a monthly basis, as I'm doing this, and I'm doing this with you right now, I'm thinking about the same thing. As I'm sharing this with you, I'm thinking about my goal. See, there's two things you must know to build your business. Now you might be thinking, what are these two things? Two things you must know: where you are and where you are going. Where you are and where are you going? See, it's that simple, but people make it so complicated because there are so many things along the way. See, it's so simple and so obvious and so misunderstood. Think about it. If Andrew Carnegie and Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich and they made multi-millionaires since then, how come you're not doing it? How come you're frustrated? You might even have the money and you're frustrated. So if you have to know where you are going, it's so simple and so obvious. Two things. I got to know where I am and I got to know where we're going. I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus on it. And I'm going to teach you to persist towards that goal. Now, it's been said that 95% of the people are stuck. But if it is this simple, where you are and where you're going, why are so many stuck? Why are so many will go to school, get a job, pay some taxes, and get stuck? Now, I know that because I used to be like that. I'm now free. I'm living a free life. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have a job. I have a job. I have duties. I have responsibilities. I have consulting things I got to do. But I am free in my mind. And I'm going to give you that freedom. See, so many people are stuck. And I want you to stop being stuck. I want you to know where you are, where are you going. But so many people will have a little goal, A goal or a B-type goal. They will not have a fantasy. I want you to have a fantasy. But the reason that it doesn't happen is because that position where they are, they're not really sure where they're at. They just showed up there. They're in that city. They're in that town. Maybe their parents were there and they ended up being there. They didn't make that choice. Maybe their parents put them in that school and they didn't make that choice. So what choice are you being put on? Is that what you want? Is that the job that you want? Is that the company that you want? Did you just happen to be in that place and you got that job, or did you get pushed to that job? And so see, imagine looking back at yourself 20, 30 years and saying, man, why did I do that job so long? Why was I there? Right? Now, the reason people don't change, and the people, this is so confusing because of what we call paradigms. And paradigms, oh my God, the more I study paradigms, the more I understand why we are the way we are. What are paradigms? Have you heard what paradigms are? Now, there's many definitions for paradigms and the habitual behavior. And I'm going to share with you the best definition that I've ever heard from my mentor, Bob Proctor. He should have been on one of those pictures on the screen. Well, he was in one of the initial pictures when I had one-on-one mentoring. But paradigms are a big deal. You see, the reason you're not moving, the reason you're not advancing, the reason you're stuck, the reason 95% of the people are stuck is because of this paradigm. And what is a paradigm? Well, a paradigm, and I'm going to read it slow on purpose. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. See, we are programmed already. A paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. Exclusive control. And almost all of our behavior is habitual. So everything we've done today up to now is habitual. The way you woke up, the way you get dressed up, the way you look like, the way you show up, the way you tie your shoes, the way you put your tie on. It's habitual. We are living in a habitual behavior. See, people leave a job and they get the same job. People leave a relationship and they get another same relationship. Why? Because they're habitually stuck like that. Now, for you to change, for you to get to where you want, you're going to have to change your paradigm. I'm going to give you another example. Have you ever seen families? And it's sad to say, but it's so true. And they could be on social welfare from generations. The grandparents are, the parents are, and the kids are. In North America. Why? When everything is so available. Because it's habitual. We pre-programmed to do that. See, we study these paradigms. And once you learn to reprogram this paradigm, once you learn to reprogram the subconscious mind, you're going to start achieving goals. It's a science. You see, that's why it becomes easy. Paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. How many times you see things happening at your home again and again and again and again? It's just like that. How do you drive your car? Habitually. So how many times you drive your car, you don't even know that you're driving. Who's driving? Subconscious. See, the subconscious mind has 95% control of your behavior. It gives the body the command to do what it needs to do. What if we can change that? What if you can change that? I'm learning how to change it, and I want to help you change. My clients are. But for that to happen, we have to make a decision. So if it's all about goals today and dreams, we have to make a decision where we are and where we want to go. And I want you to make that goal. I want you to make that goal. I want you to make that decision where you want to go. Because if you don't make a decision, it's not going to happen. See, remember what Bob taught me. I want to go back to this slide with Bob. I want to show you this slide with Bob. Why? Because it's so important. See this slide with Bob here. Goal setting, paradigms, and decision making. I could just summarize 3 words that I studied with Bob. Goal setting, paradigms, and decision making. Goals, paradigm, decision making. Decisions. See, we have to learn how to make decisions. And you have to make a decision that you want to go for this goal and you're not going back anymore. But most of us don't do that. Most of us don't do that. Most of us make a decision and go backwards. Make a decision and then change our mind and put up with little stuff. I want you to know where you are, and I want you to know where you're going. And I want you to control that paradigm. I want you to change that paradigm. I want you to change your habitual behavior. I'm going to teach you all that. I'm going to teach you all that inside thinking results. But I want you to make a decision. I want to make a decision that's going to change the course of your life for the better. Okay? Now, been talking for a few minutes, and I'm just about to sketch a little bit for you. But if we have not connected, that's the website where to connect with me. And that's the QR code. And this is the idea. Scan this QR code with your phone and plug in your name so we can reach each other. All right. And now I'm going to sketch for you why things are so important. I'm going to try to do that inside Zoom. Haven't done that before live like this, but we're going to try. So, let's see what happens. Now, if this QR code is too small, try to use this one. Maybe this one is a little bit bigger. Maybe the other one was too small for you, but try this one and scan it with your phone and let me know. Send me a message that if it worked or not. Send me a message that you're enjoying this either way. All right. So let's do some sketching. Here we are. We're in Zoom and we're going to do some sketching. We're going to talk about goals the same way as Bob taught us. All right. And then I'm going to share with you a quick video. So here we go. Beautiful. We are sharing. Now, I'm going to talk to you about your mind, all right? Now, we're going to keep it simple. So if this is your mind, imagine this is your mind, all right? And this is your body. Now, the mind, subconscious mind, gives the commands to the body, and the body goes into motion, right? Now, the mind is constituted of 2 sections. We're going to break it into two, all right? We're going to put it into 2 sections. What are we going to call them? Well, this part is the conscious mind, and this part below is the subconscious mind. And this is your body. And this is your body. Now, most of you have some kind of results. Just like I do. We have these results. And now we have these results that maybe we're not happy with. Maybe we are, maybe not. I don't know about you. I'd like to improve my results. But what's really going on, right? So the conscious mind does all the thinking part, and the subconscious does all the action. So it's 95% subconscious, 5%. Maybe we can even write that, right? So maybe let's do that. Let's write that. So 95% is happening from here, and 5% is happening from here. Because I want to give you a very good picture how this is working. Very, very good picture. Hopefully you can see this, right? Now, most people look at the environment, right? And they see things, they hear things, they touch things, they feel things, and they listen to their neighbors. So what we call, these are your senses. These are your senses. What you see, hear, all the senses, basically all of them. Touch, taste, feel, right? So you have an idea, you set yourself a goal. Let's change the color. You set yourself a goal, and you start thinking about it with your intellect. So you're thinking about this goal, and you're thinking about it. And as you think about it, you start questioning yourself. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And most of the time, you doubt it. Most of the time, you don't have the confidence, you don't have the belief, you don't have the belief. Because you haven't built it, because this is a goal. This is something you don't have. It's not part of your results. If it was part of your results, you would have done it already. See, right now, you're getting certain kind of results, but you're getting a new idea. You're getting a new idea that you want to accomplish, a new idea. So most people look at their results and they're like, well, I've done 50,000 a year. So they set a small goal. They say, I'm going to do another 50,000. Well, that's not a good goal. You already done 50,000. Or if you got a certain kind of car, let's say a Honda. So they go to set a goal, and they set a similar goal like a Honda, because they allow the results to affect how they think. That's what I'm getting at. When we're setting a goal, a real goal, a dream, or a fantasy, we cannot allow the results to affect that goal. We have to separate this from now. This goal has to be something you really want. It has to be something that you really want. You have to want it. Right? And that should not be from your results, because most people look at their results, which affect their senses, which tell them what they think, which gives the subconscious mind the idea, which tells the body what to do. And you end up in this continuous, endless movement. You end up in this movement. That's how you stay stuck. That's how people stay stuck. See, I'm scratching here, but I'm just waking you up, right? Let's clear it up. Let's clear it up. Let's go again. This is the mind. This is the body. So we're going to think of something big. We have to draw another line. We're going to separate the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. All right? We're going to go like that. So we have to think of something. Let's think of something. So we have to think of something we really, really, really want. And as you think of something you really, really want, you have to impress it on the subconscious mind. So this is the conscious mind, and this is the subconscious mind. We cannot be operating from our current results. If you're operating from the current results, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to think something different. You have to think something big. And you have to give command to your subconscious mind because it has 95% control of what you want. 95% of everything that you're doing. This is your body, by the way. Okay? This is your body. And we got to think of this idea. We're going to keep impressing the idea on the subconscious mind. We're going to keep impressing this idea on the subconscious mind until the subconscious mind accepts it. Now, the subconscious mind has a certain habits in it. So these current results, so let's say it's 100 grand. Let's say it's 100 grand. All right, that's your income, 100,000. It's because you have a certain habit of 100,000. I want to let you think about that for a second. So your habitual behavior right now, so your habitual behavior right now this habit that you have right now is giving the body the command and you're getting these results, 100,000. And this 100,000 is affecting everything that you're doing. So for you to think of something big, let's say this thing that you want is big. Let's say you want, let's say $1 million. Okay, you want $1 million business. You want $1 million business. See, if you're thinking of the $100,000 business and you allow this thinking to come in here, you're not going to think $1 million business. You're going to think $100,000 business. So I want you to think differently. I want you to stop this thinking like I did earlier. You got to stop this. This is not going to happen anymore. You're going to think differently. We're going to think of $1 million business. And your thinking is you have to use your imagination. All right. We have to use our imagination. We have to use our intuition. We have to use our reason, will, focus, and perception. Now, these are higher mental faculties that we're going to teach you how to use. We're going to teach you how to use these, okay? We're going to teach you how to use these as you're thinking of this big idea, the $1 million idea. Now, as you think of this big idea and you want to impress this idea on the subconscious mind, now, and as you impress it, the subconscious mind should accept everything you give it, but if it is too big, it's going to reject it. It should accept it, but if it's too big, it's not, because people are used to certain levels. You know, if you're making $10 an hour and you think you're going to make $100 an hour overnight, you're not going to accept it. But if you're making 10, you're going to accept the 20 overnight. I can make 20, right? So we need these steps because we've been programmed. So what I'm telling you is that we need this $1 million idea in your thinking mind. We need this $1 million idea. And then we need to subject it onto the subconscious mind. And we have to build a new habit. Once you build a new habit, and once it's there permanently, the subconscious mind will give the command, the body will give the body the command, and you'll start taking action. You'll start attracting into your life everything you need to complete that. And this is how people do it. This is how Edison did it. This is how Dale Carnegie did it. This is how Napoleon Hill did it. This is how big people, these are big ideas. You don't need to know how to do this. All you need is to have a want. And once you have a want, a big goal, you impress this goal in your subconscious mind, you'll start building this new habit. Now I'm going to give you an example. All right, I want to give you an example. Let's say this example is that you want to make more sales phone calls. All right. Now you're making 100,000 and that's taking you 10 phone calls. All right. But you really want to make $1 million. So you have to, you're not used to making more than 10 phone calls, but you want to build a new habit. So you could do the math, how many more phone calls you need to make. I mean, you could do that math. That's easy. You could get a calculator and do that, right? It's up to you. Do it as quick as you want. So we have to build a new habit so we can earn more. So what's this new habit? It could be adding another team member that makes 10 phone calls. So you have to add 1 team member. Or it could be that you double, 2 times your phone calls to start. Or maybe calling on bigger companies, but you have to build the habit. You ever notice how when you start something new, you don't commit to it? You go to the gym for 2 days and you stop. You start a new diet and you stop. Why? Because they haven't built the habit. See, when I teach you how to change your habit, and this habit is the paradigm, by the way, right? When we talk about paradigm, this paradigm is inside your mind. This paradigm is inside your mind. This is here. You're living this paradigm. So all we have to do, we have to give you a new program. We have to give you a new program. Okay, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Actually, let's clear it up. So, again, this is the mind. So what we have to do, we have to put a new paradigm, new habit. And you have to keep trying it. And it's going to take as long as it takes. It's going to take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. You're going to make 15 phone calls. Then you're going to make 15 phone calls. Then you're going to make 15 phone calls. Then you're going to make maybe back to 10. So then you start again, 15 phone calls. So you keep going, right? You keep going until this new habit becomes permanent. This new habit becomes permanent. Right now, you're making $100,000. You're making 100,000, all right? Because that's your habit. You have a habit of making that kind of money. That's your habit. That's your result. All right? That's your result. Because that's your habit. So all we have to do, we just have to build a new habit. We have to build this new habit, a new paradigm. Because this subconscious mind has got all the power. 95% of the power is coming from there. That's why you do certain things the way you do things. All right? 95%. So you have to think here. We have to think of what we want. And it's got to be a big idea. It cannot be based on these results. It has to be something that you want. Something that you want. It's got to be something that you want. You think about it. And you impress the idea. You impress the idea. You impress the idea. You keep wanting it. And it's hard and it's difficult. But you come and do it on a group and you persist. Once we build this new habit, guess what? This is the body. Subconscious mind gives the body the command. The body goes into vibration. And guess what? You're going to get different kind of results. And then we build another habit. Now, why does this work? Well, this works because, let me tell you what. You are here now. And you want to go here. Remember that previous picture? You want to go there. We are here. And we want to go here. This is the goal. So you have to keep your eyes on the goal. You got to keep your eyes on the goal. And you got to you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision that is what you want. It's got to be a good decision. It's got to be a good goal. And you got to make a decision and stop going backwards. Most people will make a decision and then they go back. Yeah, it would be nice to have. It's okay not to have. No. You have to permanently make that decision. I will bet on me. I will persist until I get that goal. See, when I made that decision and I got on the boat and I left, I made a decision, I will get better. When I put that backpack on and I stepped on the boat, all right, I made a decision. I made a permanent decision that I was going to get better. I was betting on me. And I was betting on me and I was going to persist until. I was going to persist until. And that's what you have to do. You have to persist until. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about your goals and dreams. So what is your goal? What is your dream? What is it that you want to accomplish? How badly do you want it? How badly do you want to go? And as long as you persist, you will get there. Now, most people don't persist. Most people don't persist. Most people will go here and then they go back because they do it by themselves, or they buy a book and they think they can do it. You got to do it with a team. That's what I'm doing right now. See, I want to build a multi-million-dollar company by myself. It's not possible. I'm going to build a team. Got to build a team, marketing team, social marketing team, sales team. You need a team. You never do it by yourself. Once you set that goal, like I told you earlier, the subconscious mind is going to take you there. See, if you want the law of attraction, law of vibration to work for you, this is how you have to think. It's a different way of thinking. Now, this was all presented here in this book. And this was all also in Think and Grow Rich. But nobody understands this. Until you come and study it, nobody understands this. All right? So this is not just about a quick thing. This is not just about a quick win. This is about you getting to that next level. All right? This is all about the mind. This is really, it's all about the mind. And I really want you to really think big. I really want you to start winning to that next level. I want you to start having things you've never had before. I want you to think at a much different frequency, right? So if you want to get away from the pack, if you want to start getting better results, you already have what it takes. You're just a few steps away and you'll be on your way. See, and if I can do it, you can do it. And I really want to help you. Now, I believe I talked a lot. Now I want to share with you a quick video about what thinking into results is all about. And it's very fitting to have the originator of who made this program to share with you what this is all about, because he has changed my life. Bob Proctor, he's passed away, but I'm fortunate because I've studied with him. Now I'm studying with Laurel. Both of them were in the movie The Secret. So you are in safe hands. That's why you see this picture here. You know, you're in safe hands. But from Earl Nightingale to Bob Proctor to me, and these are the legends. So I want you really to tune in into what this is all about, because it's going to change the course for you. So I'm going to share here and listen to this video very quickly, and then we'll adjourn for the day. But I want you to really think about your goal as you're listening to this video. Hopefully you wrote it down as to what do you really want, okay?
Question that I'm asked everywhere I go. I've traveled all over the world. Is it important to have a mentor? Well, I guess you can be very successful without one, and probably some people do. But I would not have accomplished anywhere near what I have accomplished without a mentor. I have had a number of mentors, and my whole life has changed dramatically. I went from going nowhere to having a business that operates all over the world. If you want to win in a big way, you want to get a mentor. It's almost like getting a direct pipeline from their mind to your mind, where you're gaining all their wisdom, all their experience, and all the studying that they've done over a number of years. And like that, you get it all in a short period of time. Are mentors important? Well, I'm going to tell you, mentors literally changed the course of my life.
Before I met Bob Proctor, I was running a thriving law practice, and I had what most people thought of as real success. But from time to time, I'd think about doing something different. And then one day, I found myself in a Bob Proctor seminar, and I decided right then and there, I wanted to do what this man was doing. I wanted to be in his inner circle, and I wanted to create a program with him to bring to the executives and the directors and the companies that I'd been working with for over the last 2 decades. This was a big change, and I am so grateful I had Bob Proctor to be my mentor as I went through this big transition. Bob says that having a mentor changed the course of his life. Well, having Bob as my mentor changed the course of my life. It's very easy to get into a routine in life, to do the same thing over and over. I have come to learn that every day can be an exciting adventure. But we have to make it that way, and to do that, we have to stretch. We have to set aside limitations and follow our dream. Now I am Bob Proctor's business partner and co-founder of the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Like Bob, mentors have changed the course of my life, and they can change the course of your life too.
Let's take a look at what thinking into results is and what it could do for you, how it came about. You see, my life had changed dramatically. I went from earning nothing to earning over $1 million a year. And I was sitting one day and I was thinking, how did all this happen? Do you know, I was reading Think and Grow Rich, I was studying Earl Nightingale's material, but a lot of people have read those books and studied Earl's material, and they weren't accomplishing what I was accomplishing. So I had to ask myself, what am I doing so different? Do you see, I had been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you've got to be really smart. I was earning over $1 million a year, and I didn't think I was that bright. I was also raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't win. Well, I hadn't gone to school. I went to high school for about 2 months. I didn't have a good job. I owned the entire company. Now, don't get the idea that I think school isn't important. I think school is vitally important. I see study and school as being almost sacred. It's very important. But I couldn't figure out why I won, and so I started to study. I was very curious. It took me 9.5 years, and I got the dots to connect. That was after working with 3 or 4 phenomenal mentors. And when I got the dots to connect, all I wanted to do was teaching. And that's all I've been doing. And then I run into a young lady who is my business partner today, Sandy Gallagher. And she put together a master plan. And to cut a long story short, she said, Bob, I've studied everything that you teach. I know exactly what you know. I want to make a program. And she would get me in front of a camera and she'd say, explain this. And so I would. And then explain that. And she put together one of the most comprehensive programs I believe that you'll ever find anywhere in the market. Do you know with this program, you can change everything in your life in a matter of months. See, we're born and raised with the idea that it takes a long time to accomplish something. You can accomplish, bang, just like that. You don't go from A to B, you can go from A to G just like that with thinking into results. Do you see, what she's done is pick the very best out of my mind that I have studied and practiced for the last 50 years, and you get it in a program with 12 short, powerful lessons and an action planner that'll spin your head around on a dime. You can walk away from this and you can say, well, this isn't for me. Or you can say, I'm going to do this. And you know, in 6 months, you're going to need a telescope to look back and see where you started. I believe it's the most powerful program you can ever lay your hands on, because you not only learn why you win, you learn why you're not doing what you really want to do, and then, bang, how to change it.
I did create that program that I set out to create after I first saw Bob Proctor in that seminar, and that program is Thinking into Results. I wanted to help people get out of their own way. As an attorney, I saw many brilliant people getting stuck. Despite all their diplomas and credentials, they weren't getting the results that they wanted, and they didn't know why. I created Thinking into Results with Bob to show executives and entrepreneurs and employees worldwide how to get the results they wanted by thinking in a certain way. Our objective is to get thinking into results in every home, because it helps the young and the old alike expand their horizons and live their dreams.
If you want to be happy, healthy, and prosperous, it's all here. Thinking into Results is going to show you how to get it. If what I've said, or what Sandy Gallagher may have said, really triggered something in your mind and you're thinking maybe, contact the certified PGI consultant on this page. Hit the button, leave the information. Do yourself a favor. Sit down and talk to them about what this program can do for you. This very well could be the decision that will change the rest of your life, and you'll enjoy it forever.
It's so true, and it's so good, because this decision by itself could change the course for your life. I know it did for me, and it can for you. So I want you all to connect. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if this is something you're interested in exploring further. And I look forward to sharing with you more over the next 2-3 days. So keep coming back. Again, this is the website, askelrassi.com. This is the QR code. Let's connect. Let's help you grow. Let's help you become the best version of yourself, so you can break away from the pack. You can get better results. You can start feeling good about yourself. Truly, this would be the best decision that you've ever done. It's better than MBA, better than any degree that I've ever gotten. having this information and having it facilitated from Bob, and now I can help you really use it to you and your team, by the way. Tomorrow I'm going to talk more about teams and self-image. That's the next part of the lesson is self-image. So it's not too late. Invite your friends, invite your family, and we'll talk soon. And remember, take some time to write down what do you really want. Take some time, write down on a piece of paper, what do you really want? And if you're up for it, don't be, you want to share it, let me know. I'm here, I'm all ears. Thanks again. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Have a full afternoon packed with the events. So we'll talk. Thank you so much. And get yourself a copy as well. This is going to change the course for you. Thank you. Blessings.